Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for holding this hearing. I think Ms. Walters, said it best that we had a secure border under President Trump in his first term, that Joe Biden opened the floodgates, and now President Trump is cleaning up Joe Biden's mess. So that was very well said. I'd like to begin with Major Franklin. Thank you for being here. Do you know what percentage of illegal aliens reside in sanctuary cities, roughly?
No, I don't.
It's about 56%, rough numbers. And is it your testimony, and I've got your written testimony here, that local law enforcement should not dedicate time and resources towards information sharing and detainer requirements?
Welcome back, Patriots. This is Right View Nation, where we speak the truth, protect our freedoms, and call out the nonsense that's destroying our great nation. If you love America, law and order, and common sense, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so big tech doesn't hide the truth from you. All right, folks, today we're reacting to an absolute bombshell of a video. It's titled, "Would You Describe Baltimore as a Safe City?" Brandon Gill grills ex-Baltimore police official. And let me tell you, this is one of those moments where you just want to scream, "Are you kidding me?" So that was Brandon Gill, patriot, straight shooter, and someone who actually asks the tough questions. And who's he grilling? Major Franklin, a former Baltimore police official who's now sipping the sanctuary city Kool-Aid. Let's break this down.
It's about, generally speaking, yes, it's about the context.
It's about the context. So I'll take that.
Specific circumstances, yeah.
So there's some criminal and illegal aliens they should
I think
release.
it's more about having good policies on how and when the communication will occur.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Let me ask you, do sanctuary city policies and mass illegal immigration help American citizens enter the labor force? Yes or no?
I don't know. That's not my area of expertise.
Okay, you don't know. Do sanctuary cities and mass illegal immigration help lower housing costs? Yes or no? You don't know? Yep. Do they help reduce the strain on public services or public benefits? You don't know? Okay. Do you think that illegal aliens, you're saying that they should have safe harbor essentially in our cities? Should they have free access to medical care?
They should have access to medical care.
Should they have taxpayer subsidized access to medical care?
Depends upon the circumstances, I guess. I don't know.
What about taxpayer subsidized education?
It's not my area of expertise.
Okay, public housing?
Not my area.
You don't know? You're inviting them to come into our cities, but you don't have a position on what should happen to them then, other than that illegal aliens should be detained.
I'm not inviting anyone.
Well, you essentially are, actually. Would you describe Baltimore as a safe city?
What's your definition of safe?
I'm asking you, is Baltimore a safe city? Is it the kind of city that you would want to raise a family and maybe go jogging in without having to be worried about being murdered or raped?
I grew up in Baltimore. My family is in Baltimore. My mother still lives in the same house in West Baltimore.
Is it a safe city?
60+ years, so the answer is definitely yes.
You think Baltimore is a safe city?
Of course it is.
Okay, do you know what the homicide rate is in Baltimore?
Exactly, no.
It's about 35 per 100,000. Do you know what the homicide rate is in the rest of the United States?
No, I don't.
I can tell you that the homicide rate in Baltimore is about 5 times the national average. Do you know how Baltimore's robbery rate compares to the rest of the United States?
At the moment, no, I don't.
You don't? It's about 8.4 times the national average. Do you know how Baltimore's assault rate compares to the national average?
No, I don't.
It's about 3.4 times higher. Does that sound like a safe city to you?
Safe to me and my family members.
So that's safe to you? 5 times higher than the national average for homicides? That's a safe city?
Perception.
It's what, excuse me?
I said it's what for instance, it's perception. It's what you feel as a resident in Baltimore City.
If you're murdered, I don't think it matters what you feel, do you? Is it your testimony that the safety
Baltimore City
depends on how
city.
people feel?
To me, Baltimore City is a safe city.
to you it's a safe city. I don't think it's safe to the people who are being murdered every single weekend there. Let me ask you, picking up on Mr. Knott's questioning, do you think that it's appropriate for local law enforcement to not honor immigration detainers and to release criminal and illegal aliens into our cities?
We go by what the courts dictate.
Well, I'm asking you if you think that that's an appropriate response. You arrest an illegal alien for a crime. That person has an immigration detainer. You think that it's appropriate to release them, yes or no?
When the courts say release them, yes.
Do you think that keeps Baltimore safe?
If it's done appropriately, yes.
No, so you do.
Yes.
You think that that's a good way to keep.
When it's done appropriately according to the law, we cannot sidestep the law because we carry badges. We have to go by the law.
My time has expired. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I have a unanimous consent.
Gill opens by laying out the obvious. Under President Trump, our border was more secure than it's been in decades. And under Biden, open floodgates. It's like he wants chaos pouring into our communities. Now here's the kicker, Gill asked Major Franklin. Should local law enforcement work with ICE to detain and remove criminal, illegal aliens? And Franklin? Well, he dances around it like it's a game of political hopscotch. And when Gill starts asking if illegal immigrants should have taxpayer-funded housing, education, and medical care, guess what Franklin says? Over and over again, that's not my area of expertise. Really? You're a police official testifying at a hearing about sanctuary cities and crime, and you have no opinion on the impact of illegal immigration? Give me a break. And then comes the jaw-dropping part. Gill asks, is Baltimore a safe city? Franklin says, get this, yes, that he and his family feel safe. Folks, this is where leftist logic completely collapses. Gill lays out the facts. Baltimore's homicide rate? 5 times the national average. Robbery rate? 8.4 times the national average. Assault? 3.4 times higher. And yet Franklin clings to his feelings. Feelings, not facts. That's the leftist mindset right there. Doesn't matter what's actually happening. If they feel safe, then that's their truth. Meanwhile, real people are getting murdered every weekend. I don't know about you, but I want my law enforcement officials to deal in reality, not delusions. Baltimore isn't safe, and everyone knows it. You can't spin blood off the sidewalks with a good narrative. And let's not forget, when Gill asks if criminal illegal aliens should be released after ICE issues a detainer, Franklin shrugs and says, if the courts say release them, we release them. No backbone, no leadership. Just blind obedience to a system that's clearly broken. Here's the truth, patriots. Sanctuary cities are failed experiments. They harbor criminals, tie the hands of local police, and endanger law-abiding Americans, especially in inner cities where Democrats have ruled for decades and left behind nothing but poverty and violence. If we want to restore safety in our cities, we need to 1. Secure the border. 2. End sanctuary city policies. 3. Empower local law enforcement to work with federal immigration authorities. 4. Stop giving taxpayer-funded incentives to people who break our laws just by entering the country illegally. Major Franklin may feel safe in Baltimore, but ask the mothers who've lost sons to gun violence, or the business owners robbed blind, or the victims of assault if they feel the same. I guarantee you, they don't. Thank God for voices like Brandon Gill, who cut through the lies and force accountability. We need more of that in Washington and in our media. If you agree that America needs to take back its cities, defend its borders, and protect its people, smash that like button, subscribe to Right View Nation, and drop a comment below. Do you think Baltimore is a safe city? Let's flood the comments with the truth they don't want to hear. Until next time, stay free, stay bold, and stay right.